Savage Media.
And indeed, they are on the way. Nope, I think they just arrived. We got another one.
It was on those
Alvin
phones everybody been seeing.
Alvin Bragg's bizarre antics told Daniel Penny jury the trial was just a sham. So here we go. Got another skin folk collaborating on the side of white supremacy.
You know what's funny though?
What?
I agree with him though, but see how they set it up though. Like it was a sham. They just let that white dude off for killing the brother but that's not what you're on. You're on the other side though.
Mm-hmm. Look, unfortunately, he's on the other side. So it goes on to say that the acquittal last
I do
Monday.
got one question though.
Go for it. Go for it.
Is he calling old dude a hero too?
I don't know. It was the title that was inconclusive for me.
Right.
So I you know what I mean? So I didn't know what it was. But hold on real quick. Go if you can here, take this real quick because this is my lawyer. I gotta holler.
Oh, I got you.
All right.
The acquittal last Monday on Marine veteran Daniel Penny is a blow to Manhattan. Hold on. Is it a blow? Is it really a blow if in actuality you never really wanted him to be found guilty? What if you the whole time never wanted a guilty verdict? What if this is really a win for him? That he made it look like, look what I did, y'all. I tried to go hard in the paint for my people now. I tried to go in for y'all now. You see, I did. But they had to. The money was too long. They had good attorneys. They had good witnesses, and they had all the evidence. I mean, I tried what I could do. Now, the jury came to the common sense judgment. Hold on, dog. Why you say it's common sense? Why do you get to say it's common sense? Why do you see what happened in journalism? See, that's why we do the show that we do here. Hello, McFlizzle, not trying to tell you what to think, trying to show you how to think. That's why we break down the articles the way that we do here on the Keep It P podcast, where we take news situations and everyday occurrences, and we show how one could or could not be keeping it P. And today, we are your hosts as always. TZ Von Savage and Jay Lava in the place to be. Listen. See how this is supposed to be journalism, right? Unopinionated. That's why they say when they give you an article and they say they'll tell you it's opinion. Here, no, this is somebody's opinion. They wrote in, it's their opinion. What they're not telling you is, as journalists, air quotes using, that's their opinion too, right? They're not just giving you the facts. We try to present you with the facts. I'm not saying we don't throw in some of our own opinions. Of course we do. We're saying that we do. We're admitting that we do. But we're also telling you we're not trying to convince you. That was trying to convince you. The jury came to the common sense judgment. Who said it's common sense? How I just can't be they came to the judgment. You give us the information. They came to the judgment. Just tell us what the judgment was. I don't need your extras with your common sense. Nicole. I don't need your help, Nicole. Yeah, Nicole Galinas. Thanks. That's your common sense. As we know, common sense ain't as common as it used to be. Right. So what you're really saying, common sense, is really not common sense. See, like the new normals. No, this is bizarro world. See, what y'all call normal is really bizarre. And it's not normal. That's why this isn't common sense at all. This is nonsense. So, really, as it should say, is the jury came to the nonsense judgment that Perry was justified in subduing a threatening vagrant. Now, they say you had to put threatening and a vagrant.
That doesn't justify him being put to death. And the thing is though, Cuz wasn't even on the train. First, like if people don't know the story, Cuz wasn't on the train. He was trains over, heard the disturbance, ran over there on some Superman type crap. You know what I'm saying? Waited till Cuz turned his back, ran up, choked him out. Not only did he choke him out, he had help from two people who was unknown who didn't go to jail for some odd, strange reason. Right?
Right.
So, but not only that though, y'all. Like, was it? I didn't see. Was it conclusive that he was on the other side yet, or is they still fiddling with that?
No, I couldn't even get through the first. I'm just right here at the first. The jury came to the common sense judgment. Like, what happened to regular journalism? P. Like, I know we put our opinion in there, but we say that everybody knows that we have our propaganda over here. This what that we do. You're supposed to be. Listen, Nicole Galinas. She done put all her stuff in here. You couldn't just say the jury came to the judgment that Penny was just. You just couldn't tell us what the judgment and the jury came up with. You had to say, oh, the common sense judgment. Everybody knew it. Everybody should have. And if you don't think that then you don't have common sense. Then essentially what she's saying is something's wrong with you.
Right. Like the normal way to think about it.
Come on, fam.
But that's not normal.
Fam.
It's not normal at all. So I guess it goes on to say the jury is 7, the women 5 men, heard almost 5 weeks worth of arguments and evidence and deliberated for almost a week. And it ultimately came to the sound verdict. Sound verdict. See, there you go again. There you go again.
Hey, they missed that one part. You missed that one part right there. Hey, worse for Bragg's is that his office's own bizarre actions may have tipped the jury in Penny's favor.
Right.
That's important.
Yeah. That I know if you read that part, but yes, that's it though. So yeah, look at his face though. Look at his face though. He looked.
I tried, black folks. I tried. Now I rise for my community. I tried. Wink, wink. I tried. Now, y'all. Wink, wink. I tried. They just was too powerful. His lawyers, their money was too long, right?
But the puzzle remains: why did the jury deadlock on stranger counts manslaughter with its potential 15-year sentence before acquitting on the weaker count? Is it possible, which is a possible 4-year sentence? Logic dictates that if Penny wasn't guilty of the weaker count, he must not be guilty of the stronger count. No, what? So what changed the jury's thinking between Friday deadlock and Monday's acquittal? One answer: Briggs' office made it clear before interviewing Weekend that the trial was a sham. So you said that to them? He was on that side because he wasn't saying it like he wasn't saying it like that. I can already, it's the feeling already with it.
And the problem is they knew he wasn't saying it like that. Yeah, it's a sham that we're even bringing this hero.
Yeah,
bringing these charges to this hero. It's a sham that this hero had to even go through such agonizing. What?
Right. Put yourself in a juror's position. Count 2 weeks of jury selection. You be in count 7 weeks, and you've endured autopsy photos and complex medical testimony. You've done this because you've been told since day one how important this case is. During the Vera Deer, the prosecutor, Ada Defanin Yorkin, asked you personally, can you, if the evidence leads, if the evidence leads you to do so, convict this man of manslaughter. And during her closing arguments, Urine reminded you the responsibility, and I told you that it would not be easy, she said, but you each said that you could find something guilty of recklessly killing another person. Now, through this is crazy. Now, through you've poured over the testimony and days of deliberation, asking for a read back of the medical examiner's testimony, asking to review videos, and asking the judge what reasonable means in the text of Penny's mindset. And you tell the judge you're going deadlocked on a crucial manslaughter charge. Per the law, you can't consider a verdict on a lower charge until you come up with a verdict on a higher charge. The judge then sends you back to try again. He warns, if you cannot reach a unanimous argument on the new trial, we will have to schedule before a different jury. You return, you say you're stuck. The judge sends you back to the jury room and then brings you back to the courtroom to tell you the manslaughter charge is dismissed. You're to go home, rest, and deliberate the lower charge on Monday. That sounds like everybody was in on it.
Right.
That sounds like everybody was in on it, not just. But you know what? Ha ha, you little white supremacist tool. They're breaking you and making you the fall guy, and that's what you get for collaborating in the first place.
Period.
That I can't cape for you, can't come to your side, but they're throwing it all on you. So the jurors is just absolved of this.
You're the fall guy.
Yeah, I'm saying the jurors ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Like, they the ones that ultimately made the decision. No matter if he threw the salt in the game, well, why didn't they just fight for real justice? And why did they, like, write a complaint on him, you know what I'm saying, for trying to foil the case? They knew what was up. They still voted how they voted.
Period.
But they made him the fall guy. And that's what you get. It goes on to say, because you're not in the room with the lawyers argue with each other, you don't know that the manslaughter charge was dismissed to the request of the prosecutor and over the objections of the defense. The defense is worried that the dismissing of the higher charge and the resubmitting of the lower charges signal that the jurors that they should compromise finding Penny guilty. But you, the juror, do know that the dismissal makes no sense. You don't have to be a lawyer to know that. This is basic fact. If a juror can reach a verdict on the main count, the case is a mistrial. This is allowing the prosecutor to try the case again, which makes sense. If the case is important, as manslaughter is, the district attorney doesn't give up and go home. But in this case, though, the judge said effectively, never mind. How important then really is this case? If you want, you have devoted the last 2 months to instantly vanish with no explanation. Plus, during the closing arguments, Johan told you that Penny might not go to prison. Is the judge who decides whether he goes to jail is warranted? You do know that it's improper for her to say such things, right? But you might well wonder, what the heck are we here for? If the punishment might be a slap on the wrist, are we here just for show? After returning to court last Monday, it took about an hour for the jury to render a not guilty on verdict and remain count. Everything jurors presumed had deadlock on, cause of death, Penny's state of mind, was magically fixed. What do you think? One explanation that the jurors included is if the court isn't taking the top charge against Penny seriously, why should we weigh in on the bottom charge? The jury decided on acquittal based on the evidence, but it sure doesn't hurt the defense that Bragg's office self-sabotaged a major trial in his last moments. Wow. Braggs. Okay, well, let's figure out who this guy is. Because that don't sound like little FBA movements and shakings. Alvin Leonard Braggs Jr., born October 21st, 1973, an American politician, lawyer who serves New York Council District Attorney covering Manhattan in 2021. He became the first, I ain't gonna one of them first Negroes. He became the first African American elected to that office. Bragg had previously served as Chief Deputy Attorney General of New York and as an Assistant U.S. State Attorney in the Southern District of New York in 2024. He became the first and only District Attorney to secure a conviction of a former U.S. president. Uh-oh. You're a fall guy, huh? You're a fall guy. You're a faller. Early life. Braggs was born in New York City in 73. He hails from Harlem and grew up on Stivers Row. In an interview with American Prospect, Bragg said that he's been deeply affected by criminal justice system, mostly directly through 3 gunpoint stops by and what nah. Is that make you black because you didn't got stopped by the police at gunpoint a couple times? Oh, okay. He graduated from Trinity School before attending Howard. He graduated with bachelor's of summa cum laude, 1995. He was a major in the government. In 1999, he earned his Juris Doctorate from Harvard Law School, where he was the editor of this Harvard Civil Liberties
Man,
Law Review.
is this Kamala's brother?
Listen, fam, I'm
What
just
the?
fam. I had to get it all out. Do they got an abundance of these building Negroes?
I mean, my gosh.
They got like a whole factory full of these ambiguous. I could be somewhat sort of black.
I would Kumalala. That made me black.
Fam. I wait a minute though. So then I dig a little deeper. I say he married. Who is his wife though? Jamila Ponton?
Huh?
I listen, audience, guys. If that don't look Al Caribbean Bibiano, he look a little Mexican for real, for real.
I mean, we do subscribe to Love Who You Love.
Love who you love. But we talking about politics though. We talking about
There
people
you
that's
go.
leading. We talking about people that's supposed to be representing us.
And you can't help but to take your spouse's concerns into your mind. You can't act like you can ignore what you love this person.
Right.
So
we
you're
talking about
not
making
going to go
decisions.
against them.
We talking about making decisions that's going to affect the community. You there. He looked like Gordon from Sesame Street for real though. He looked like Gordon from Sesame Street. But your
with
boy
a side of Pico de Gallo.
just a tad, man. And that hair, old girl right there, that's her rendition of like that's how I'm gonna look black. But she missed the mark.
That might be the sister girl wig.
That's Barbados Consuelos right there.
Bibian Swibian.
Caribbean Bon Swivian, I'm telling you. But anyway, this is what I want to say, y'all, man. In this same article, they exposed who you was. They exposed what you said. Your antics through the case. You did all of that cooning. You did all that high sliding and all of them lunches and meetings, only to get thrown under the bus and put out there for your people. Was it worth it, cuz? Was it worth it?
I'm saying
So-
he about to try to run for office.
And then check this out, y'all. So now we know that white supremacy really doesn't work unless we got bootlicking coon dudes like this to help them. End of story. I don't want to hold you, but I'm emoji, fold you, and scold you about being on code. You know, I got 4 words for you. I need you to subscribe for the vibes, like for the spike, comment your vomit, share if you care about getting Black empowerment everywhere. Do that on the platforms that we own, Jones. And just to bring it all the way back home, I need you to give me some love, peace, blessings, and aloha, because I am out the doha for sure. You already know.
Vaughn, Savage, Media. Vaughn, Savage, Media.